I'm interested in the fact that the cultural export that they chose, K-beauty, is something that is like deeply embedded in the fabric of the nation. Like people care about how they look.
Yeah.
What is that about? Because I don't want to say it from like an exotic perspective, because I think people care about how they look everywhere. But the enforcement in Korea is really interesting.
Yeah. Part of it has to do with, I mean, there's lots of different explanations, but part of it has to do with how quickly this country went from a UN aid receiving country to a UN aid granting country. I mean, it's called the Miracle on the Han, which is the river that cuts across Seoul, right? Just how quickly South Korea went from dirt poor and devastated by both World War II and the Korean War to one of the richest nations in the world, and then hosting the Olympics multiple times now. They did the 1988 Olympics and then recently the 2018 Winter Olympics. And so in order to grow so quickly, it became this like big national project, right? And that coincides with a lot of patriotism and pride, a lot of, hey, we need to get over these difficult years of war, and before that, colonialism, you know, and then also this sort of sense of being a shrimp among whales or a shrimp stuck between whales. And so image then, and the production of image and how it coincides with the technological change and innovation that we saw, all sort of happens, this confluence of events, all sort of like cooks together at the same time. But I should point out that image isn't just important externally on bodies. It's also important in terms of like families. And I remember one of my first stories in South Korea was to go as a fake wedding guest because they have those rental agencies where you can hire actors to play actual roles in your life. Because let's say you don't have enough wedding guests or enough friends for your wedding, which is this case here, showing face and like being able to not be embarrassed by not having enough friends to your new groom was important. And so this woman hired like 20 or 30 fake friends to go to her wedding. And there are folks who did that with fiancés or, you know, other relatives that they needed to kind of give the image of having.